Good evening. Welcome to the 274th Hootenanny here at Dornan's. And sadly, this is the last Hootenanny here at Dornan's. For the summer, we will be starting next Monday night. We will be at the Snow King Center. That is the ice rink building. Needn't bring your skates. We're going to be in that other room off to the side. And also, you needn't come early, like I know a lot of people do, to get in here. They'll be here sometimes 2 or 3 hours early to get a table. The room in there will hold around 200 people. The doors will open at 6 o'clock. So you really don't need to come early in order to get in and get a seat. Tell your friends, there should be room. We started the Hootenannies here a little over 5 years ago. That's a lot of Mondays, 274 Mondays we've had them here. February 22nd, 1993, the Dornans let us give this a try. We had been inquiring about it for some time, and they said, well, let's see how it works out. And that very first Monday night on a cold, wintry day, the bar was closing at 6 o'clock, which was when we walked in, all three of us who were going to perform that night. And we were almost outnumbered. Actually, by audience, there were, I think we had around 15 or 16 people, as I recall, that first night. And then we'd called a lot of our friends to come up and help support this. And good friends do help you out, and came up and filled up a few tables. And then the next week, I guess we actually had around 20 people that first time. And the next week was when we were down to about 15 or 16. And that was when Bill Briggs and I looked at each other and thought, well, the word is out on the Hootenanny. And finally, the third week we were back up into the 20s, and then there was around 30 people or so here the following few weeks, and that's where it started. But for almost 5.5 years, I want to give a very special thank you to the Dornan family, especially to Bob, who's here every Monday night, for hosting this. There's a lot of work that goes into just getting set up for these Monday nights. And they've done it very efficiently, and they have, the only thing that is limiting is the capacity of this room. And I think most of the entertainers will tell you that there's not a better room to sing in. We've had the most wonderful crowd over the years. Most people think that this is the ideal place to play music. And but there's one other person I want to point out on this. Dennis Johnson, the bar manager here.
Yeah, Dennis.
This is Dennis Johnson. Dennis is really the person you might say responsible for getting the Hoot started, because he was the person who finally said, hey, I've heard Dick Barker talk about this for quite some time, let's give it a try. And he was willing to come in and bartend late that night and to get things started. And so it took some request on our part to give it a try, but had it not been for Dennis, probably this never would have happened. So Dennis, thank you. Also next week, again at Snow King Center, as I said, you needn't try to come way early because there is more seating. There will be a lot of tables set up. They're not round tables and little square tables, but they're kind of long rectangular tables, but we hope to have more tables set up for everyone. There will be food served there, similar to here, but I think maybe even they're going to expand the menu. And food will be served through the break. So for the first 2 hours of the Hoot, while you'll be able to get some food there, there will also be a cash bar. It is for 18 and over, and we hope that everyone will join us there next week. And it wouldn't be right if I didn't say we always have a couple of requests to make every Monday night, and the first is, please, no smoking in here for the rest of the evening, and the second is, we hope that everyone will join us here and continue to join us as we move into Snow King and what has become a tradition of not talking while the performers are on the stage, since this is acoustic folk music, listening type music. And the other tradition we have, my cohort, Bill Briggs, who does most of the emceeing at the Hootenannies, helped get it started. Bill and I were the first ones up here. Bill was the first person to sing a song at that very first Monday night, and he continues to do that every time he's in the valley, and he's only out of here about 3 or 4 weeks a year. Bill is the director of the ski school at Snow King Mountain and had been a guide for Exums for years. But I first knew Bill way back in the mid-50s. Met him up at Campfire up at Jenny Lake. And Bill has been very involved in folk music over the years. In fact, I believe it was the summer of 1957, perhaps, or 58. Bill lived under the bridge here at Moose. The highway, this east side highway, was just being constructed in 56 and 57, and Bill had a job working for the contractor. And so he found a very convenient tent under the bridge that was already here. The old bridge was still right here. And we had folk song gatherings there almost every night, and those became known as Teton Tea parties. And Bill hosted Teton Tea parties for many years, not only under the bridge here, but up at the Climbers Campground, the old CCC camp up at Jenny Lake. The Park Service in those days ostracized the mountain climbers. They put them in a separate campground so as not to disturb the general public. And why? Because they sang up and drank and sang songs all night. But anyway, Bill hosted those for a great many years. He has also been for 29 years now a member of the Stagecoach Band that plays every Sunday night. He's one of the original members. Please welcome Bill Briggs. Bill, let me make one. There's a little dog here. Somebody has opened your pocket and let the dog out.
I'll take that dog. Not my dog. Looks just like it.
I went over to England and the British Isles and went climbing over there one summer, just before we started up the tea parties here. Anyway, it was a lot of fun over there. I had a good time and came across people that love to sing music. They like singing around the campfire and whatnot, having nothing else to do, no TV or anything else. Came back here and Pete Seeger had taken a poem by Idris Davies and put it to music. And I had been to a lot of these towns in Wales, and I was impressed by the grimness of the towns because there were all these slag heaps around from the mining activities. And we got out of town a little ways, and it was quite pretty. It was a beautiful place. This is a complaint by Idris Davies. Sad bells of Rimini. Is there hope for the future? Say the brown bells of Merthyr. Who made the mine owners? Cry the black bells of Merthyr. They're under. And who robbed the miner? Say the grim bells of Blarney. They will plunder willy-nilly. Say the bells of Caerphilly. They have fangs, they have teeth. Shout the loud bells of Neath. To the south things are sullen. Say the pink bells of Brecon. Even God is uneasy. Say the moist bells of Swansea. Throw the vandals in court. Say the bells of Newport. All would be well if, say the green bells of Cardiff. Why so worried, sisters, why? Sing the silver bells of Wye. And what will you give me? Say the sad bells of Rimini. Mr. Cook over there. Want to join me in this one? Maybe there's a Hank back there too. Aha. This is an old Tea Party song. From over that way, about over in the British Irish song. One evening in the month of June, as I was sitting with my glass and spoon, a small bird sang in an ivy bunch, and the song he sang was the jug of punch. Jug of punch. What more diversion can a man require than to sit him down by a small turf fire, upon his knee a pretty wench, and upon the table a jug of punch. Toodle-oo, toodle-oo, toodle-oo. Upon his knee a pretty wench, and upon the table a jug of punch. Let the doctors come with all their art, they can never cure the pain in my heart. Even the cripple can forget his hunch when he's snug outside of a jug of punch. Toodle-oo, toodle-oo, toodle-oo. Even the cripple can forget his hunch when he's snug outside of a jug of punch. And when I'm dead and laid in grave, no more good times will I crave. Just lay me down in my native heat with a jug of punch at my head and feet. Toodle-oo, 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 toodle-oo. Just lay me down in my native heat with a jug of punch at my head and feet. One evening in the month of June, as I was sitting with my glass and spoon, a small bird sang in an ivy bunch, and the song he sang was the jug of punch. A small bird sang in an ivy bunch, and the song he sang was the jug of punch. Thank you.
And that was Bill Briggs. We take attendance here of the entertainers. I've always kept track of how many times they've been up here. And since I had mentioned that this is our 274th Hootenanny, you might be interested to know that tonight is Bill Briggs's 239th time up here. Next we have a fellow, he was here with us last summer for a few times. This will be his fourth appearance here at the Hootenanny. He is from Yosemite. This is Bob Casper.
I drove up this morning. I didn't know this was to be the last, the swan song at Dornan's. I wasn't quite prepared for it. It's nice to be here. I was born in Saginaw, Michigan. Grew up in a house on Saginaw Bay. My dad was a poor, hard-working Saginaw fisherman. Too many times he brought home too little pay. I loved a girl in Saginaw, Michigan, the daughter of a wealthy man. But she called me that son of a Saginaw fisherman, not good enough to take his daughter's hand. So I'm up here in Alaska, looking around for gold. Like a crazy fool, I'm working in this frozen ground so cold. hope and pray each day I'll strike it rich and then go home to my girl in Saginaw, Michigan. And I wrote my girl in Saginaw, Michigan. Said, honey, I'm coming home, please wait for me. And you can tell your dad I'm coming home a richer man, 'cause I've hit the biggest strike in Klondike history. And her dad met me in Saginaw, Michigan. He threw me a great big party with champagne. And he said, son, you're a wise, young and ambitious man. Well, won't you sell your father-in-law your Klondike claim? So he's up there in Alaska, working the cold, cold ground. The greedy fool is looking for the gold I never found. And it serves him right, but no one here is missing him. Least of all, the newlyweds of Saginaw, Michigan. Song about trickery.
Bob, could you back off the mic just about 8 inches or 10 inches, something like that? Yeah. Don't have to be way back.
Guess we've all been tricked from one time to another. My ex Ingrid used to like tricking me. And I thought I was pretty smart, but she would say things like, you're keeping secrets from me. I know you're not telling me everything. You're not sharing enough of your life with me. I said, that's crazy. I tell you everything. And she said, no. Actually, she said, no. She was Swedish. She said, no, like what about Phoebe? I said, oh, Phoebe. Well, that was just someone I met, a long time ago. We keep in touch. She called last week. We had lunch. It's no big deal. And she says, that's exactly what I mean. I just pull a name out of thin air and there's a secret. Is that camera full-faced? Is that? Like a fellow once told me, if you play something that's hard, that if the camera is on you, to never, no matter how hard it is, never ever make a face like a cat would make in a sandbox. I'll try. This is a Leo Kottke tune. Leo Kotke's a guy. Somebody told me once it sounded like a Yiddish holiday, but he's actually a person.
Casper. Just like Leo Cocky, yeah. All right, now we've got a guy with a big voice. He's our lift operator at Snow King. Plays guitar awfully well, sings even better. Here is Patrick Troiani.
Thank you. I didn't catch that last young man's name, but that was really good Leo Cocky stuff under it. He did. Give him a hand. That's too high energy for me. I can't go that fast. So every once in a while I like to do a song by this little guy that grew up in Hibbing, Minnesota. His name was Robert Zimmerman. So this is a song by him. Nobody feels any pain, and I believe that I stand inside the rain. Everybody knows baby's got no clothes. Lately I've seen all her ribbons and her bows falling right from her curl, and she aches just like a woman. Yes, and she shakes just like a woman. She makes such sweet love just like a good woman. She breaks up like a little girl. Queen Mary, she's my friend, and I believe that I'll go see her again. But everybody guessed the baby has been blessed. Lately she seems that she's just like all the rest, with her fire, amphetamine and her pearls. Oh, she aches just like a woman, and she shakes about just like a woman. She makes such sweet love just like a good woman. But she breaks up like a little girl. Oh, it was raining from the first, and I died here with thirst, so I came in here. In that long time, thirst hurts, but what's worse is this pain in here. I can't stand it here. Ain't it clear that I just don't fit? Yes, I believe that it's time for me to quit. Oh, but when we meet again, introduced as friends, please don't you let it on that you knew me when I was hungry and it was all your world. But she aches just like a woman, and she shakes about just like a woman. And she makes sweet love just like a woman. but she breaks up like a little. She shakes up like a little. She breaks up like a little girl. Thank you. Bob Dylan, this young man from Hibbing, Minnesota. I'd like to welcome you. Well, he's younger than Bob Dylan. This is John Cook, right? It's ugly.
I don't care.
Okay.
Let's move one of these things, though, so it's not stumbling over.
Welcome, John Cook, and we're going to do a... Well, I'm going to have him welcome you again. Welcome him again. We're going to do one of our favorite songs from Phil and Don Everly from a few years back, not too long ago. This is called Devoted to You. Darling, you can count on me till the sun dries up the sea. Until then, I'll always be devoted to you. I'll be yours till endless time. I'll adore your charm sublime. Guess by now you know that I'm devoted to you. I'll never hurt you, I'll never cry, I'll never be untrue. I'll never give you reason to cry. I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Through the years our love will grow. Like a river it will flow. It can't die because I'm so devoted to you. I'll never hurt you, I'll never lie, I'll never be untrue. I'll never give you reason to cry. I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Through the years our love will grow. Like a river it will flow. It can't die because I'm so devoted to you. I'm devoted to you. John Cook, thank you.
Patrick Triani.
Patrick Triani. All right, we've got a newcomer, and I don't know her at all. I don't know what she's going to play or what kind of music she's going to bring us, but please welcome Lena Marquis.
Well, I've been playing after tall men. I'm taking a seat. I like to start this first song. It's an instrumental, and I think it's important to tell you what it's about, so maybe you can picture where you are when I'm playing this. I did this in the 70s. I had the opportunity to work on a boat. And unlike in a car, when you drive by a town, you always go phew. But in a sailboat, you're out in the open ocean, and you're longing to see land again. And when you first spot it, it comes like a shadow, like a mirage, and you see it, it sort of flickers. And then it gets closer, but it takes forever. And finally, you get closer, and it looks like a building, and then it gets even closer, and you're there. And when you get there, unlike a car, you don't drive by it so quickly. You really have time to look at it. And so you're there for a while, and then you leave the island. And that's what this song is all about. It's called A Passage to Different Islands. This next tune was written by Phoebe Snow. The gentleman from Yosemite may know it may be the same Phoebe, I'm not sure. It's called Harpo's Blues, and I wish I had a nice bass to play with me, so I don't, but if they could come and join me, great, but here we go. It's called I Wish. Live music and I'm out of tune, excuse me. And I wish I was willow, where I could sway to the music in the wind. And I wish I was a mountain, I wouldn't need my costumes and pretend. I wish I was a mountain, I pass boldly through the clouds and never end. And I wish I was a soft refrain, when the lights were out I'd stay and be your friend. I'd strut and fret my hour upon the stage. The hour is up, I'll have to run and hide my rage. I'm lost again, I'm really scared. I won't be back at all this time and have my deepest secret shared. Da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh. A willow, a mountain, a lover, or a soft refrain. But I'd hate to be a grown-up and have to try to bear my life in pain. I wish I was a mountain, I pass boldly through the clouds and never end. And I wish I was a soft refrain, when the lights were out I'd stay and be your friend. I'd strut and fret my hour upon the stage. The hour is up, I'll have to run and hide my rage. I'm lost again, I'm really scared. I won't be back at all this time and have my deepest secrets shared. Oh. And I wish I was a willow, a mountain, a lover, or a soft refrain. But I'd hate to be a grown-up and have to try to bear my life in pain, and have to try to bear my life in pain, and have to try to bear my life in came. Thank you.
That was Lena Marquis, and she says she's been living here for about 6 years and has to wait until our last Hootenanny here to come up here. But we hope she'll join us in the Snow King Center. Next, we have one of our most regular performers. He is an author, and he has written for TV and produced a program. Perhaps you saw it a year or so ago, Outlaws and Lawmen, 4 episodes. He also used to have, back in the early 60s, he had a bluegrass band in the Boston area, has been active in music over the years, used to play a fair amount with the Stagecoach Band, and has been one of our most helpful people in making the arrangements to change from this venue into Snow King. He's been doing a lot of the legwork on that for us. Please welcome John Cook.
Thank you, thank you. We aren't going to have the same view, but enjoy it while you can. Bill Briggs says the most reliable weather sign in the valley is you look at the top of the Grand, and if you can't see it, anything could happen. If you can see the top of the Grand, things are generally okay. Oh, the cattle prowl and the coyotes howl out on that great divide. I never done no wrong, just singing my song down the trail I ride. Rattlesnakes rattle at the prairie dog, you can see that mournful tune. It's roundup time away out west when the cactus is in bloom. Now daylight comes and the cowhands yell, I call out every man. Throw my saddle on my old cow horse, drink my coffee from a can. Sun goes down on the cattle trail, I'm gazing at the moon. Roundup time way out west when the cactus is in bloom. Idly-o-lay, idly-o-lay, de-o-de-lay, de-o-de-lay. There's 2 people out on the deck doing their best to interfere with this song. Have you got 3 people, 4 people? Have you got a guy's got a speaker out there? Can you hear this? I don't even know that third person, I don't think. We always have good weather, it never snows or rains. That is where the sun shines best, out on the western plains, except some years like this one. Now some of the boys have gone away, but they will be back soon. It's roundup time way out west when the cactus is in bloom. Now daylight comes and the cowhands yell, I call out every man. Throw my saddle on my old cow horse, drink my coffee from a can. Sun goes down on the cattle trail, I'm gazing at the moon. It's roundup time way out west when the cactus is in bloom. Idly-o-lay, idly-o-lay, de-o-de-lay, de-o-de-lay, de-o-de-lay. Well, I obviously need help, so let's see if I can get some here. Please welcome Patrick, the Voice, Troiani. to do another Brothers song. This one, not Everly's, but I think we're going to do it. Leuven, the Leuven Brothers. They're going to be doing the wave out there in a minute. See, you guys practice it, and then you'll be ready for the next act.
You are learning what it's like to sit and cry and wonder why your plans went wrong. You are learning how it feels when pain is real, to realize you're all alone. Yes, you're learning. We had the chance to be happy. Nothing stood in our way. If only you'd meant what you promised, we wouldn't be crying today. You are learning that a lie can make you cry, or the truth your heart reveals. You are learning that a flirt could cause a hurt, even though your love is real. Yes, you're learning. Chance to be happy. Nothing stood in our way. If only you meant what you promised, we wouldn't be crying today. You are learning that a lie could make you cry, or the truth your heart reveals. You are learning that a flirt can cause a hurt, even though your love is real. Yes, you're learning. Yes, you're learning.
Thank you, Patrick Troyan.
They go together well. John Cook, Patrick. All right, now our next scene up here is strictly off the wall, as usual, for a fellow from Carneyville. Comes up here from out of the Pinedale area and gives us a treat once in a while, and back with us again tonight. Here is Pete Carney.
I kind of wanted to talk my brother into coming out tonight, and the child of unmarried parents is busy, but he wishes he could be here. But and I wanted to play one for Bob Dornan because no matter what I play, Bob always likes it. That's probably the reason. I feel sort of naked without my brother up here with me. Carney Boys plural is a lot better than Carney Boys singular. But I'm going to make up for it on the next number. We're going to get the whole band out of the cellar. And they're standing by just pawing the ground and they're ready. But this is a song about the Old West meeting the New West. It's loosely based on an incident that happened when I was having breakfast at Lee J's one night with Matt Miller. Very later on in the evening. And there's also a few digs at Bill Briggs, who deserves them. and the ones out there waving. They go like this, as Fat Domino says. One night after drinking in Jackson, We did the late night shift at Lee J's till dawn, with some kids sitting at the next table, sniveling in their eggs all night long. So I asked them, why do you whine about money when you throw in a frisbee all day to a fat dog named Bear with a rag on your head? Well, you must have gone lazy out here. Said I wake up and I look out the window. Nope, ain't no jobs out there. This high cost of living is a bummer, dude. And I think we just drank our last beer. So I asked him, why do you whine about money with that beautiful girl sitting there? She ain't getting nowhere, but I can't help but stare. Has she met any cowboys out here? 'Cause you're missing the part about the northern lights. Getting high and getting drunk ain't everything. You'll have to walk for the cops down the Great Divide, and you won't get to hear old Bill Briggs sing. Yodelay, yodelay, the rest of them biscuits, and I rolled out a few bucks for the tip. I could see that we'd hurt their little feelings, but they didn't want to give us cowboys no lip. So they just said, why do you ride for the money? Why do you rope for short pay? You ain't getting nowhere and you're losing your share. Out here, yodelay, 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 dee dee, I'd yodelay, 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 dee dee, I'd yodelay, I've only played this about 10 times. Oh no, get up there, Bill. The whole secret to this thing here at the Hootenanny is make it big. And smoke and mirrors play no small part in this. I mean, certainly. This is a song by the Mavericks. It's kind of a rock and roll tune. It's in G, guys. We rehearse separately, not together. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't sleep away anymore. Ever since you first walked out the door, and I just started drinking to forget. I don't think the worst has happened yet.
And that was Pete Carney and the Wine Cellar Band. Bob, maybe you better go down and check those cases. All right. We have another band. And this is a real pleasure to have them back for the summer. Jack and Karen Salih, who live back in Tennessee, teach school back there, and they come out here every summer. And they join Jerome Young, who is also one of our regulars here. Jerome is a rancher up in the Buffalo Valley area. And they play a lot of bluegrass music, so they call themselves Buffalo Grass.
What an act to follow. I suggest that everybody in here have another drink. Who knows that brain cell you killed may be the one holding you back. It's not holding Pete back. We'll do some bluegrass the next set, so we'll see what we can come up with. A couple years ago, we were down on a grassy knoll in Nashville, Tennessee, and heard B.B. King do this tune. We fell in love with B.B. and his signature tune, so we're going to try it kind of bluegrass. Your own.
The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away from me. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away from me. And though you've done me wrong, I wish you well. You know I'm free, free now, free from your spell. You know I'm free, free now, free from your spell. And though you've done me wrong, I wish you well. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away from me. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away from me. And though you've done me wrong, I wish you well. Thank you, thank you.
This tune probably goes back to at least the 1920s. Hope you'll recognize it. It's one of about a girl named Brown.
I don't play the banjo that way. There's a state champion banjo player from Tennessee, of all places. Anyway. All right. Hey, we're moving on here. We've got a guy that does old folk songs. He really likes it. Plays a lot of bands around town. Nice rhythm guitarist. Here is Will Gilson.
Well, I'm not supposed to talk too much because we're running a little late here, but a couple things we'd like to mention. I wanted to welcome my parents here from New Hampshire. I guess they're Swamp Yankees. I guess I am too. Bill Briggs is going to play this song with me. It's I've played it before for you guys, but I've never played it with Bill, so I'm excited he's come up to play it with me. Ooh. When the whale gets strike and the line runs down and the whale makes a flunder with his tail and the boat capsized and I lost my darling man. No more Greenland for you, brave boys. No more Greenland for you. It was in 1853 on June the 13th day that our gallant ship her anchor weighed and for Greenland sailed away, brave boys, for Greenland sailed away. The lookout on the cross tree stood, a spyglass in his hand. There's a whale, there's a whale, there's a whale, fish he cries. He blows out every span, brave boys. He blows out every span. The captain stood on the quarter deck. A fine man was he. Overhaul, overhaul, let your David tackles fall and launch your boats for sea, brave boys, and launch your boats to sea. We struck that whale and a line paid out but he made a flourish with his tail, and the boat capsized and 4 men were drowned, but we never caught that whale, brave boys. We never caught that whale. Oh, Greenland is a dreadful place, a land that's seldom green, where there's ice and there's snow and the whale fishes blow, and daylight seldom seen, brave boys, and daylight seldom seen. When the whale gets strike, when the whale gets strike, and the line runs down, and the whale makes a flunder with his tail, and the boat capsized, and I lost my darling man. No more, no more Greenland for you, brave boys. No more, no more Greenland for you. Thanks a lot, Bill. Never played with Bill before. I've always wanted to, but finally made him play with me because my parents are here. People were giving me a hard time, said my name should be embroidered over here because I work at the brewery and I was wearing my work shirt. But one thing I'm happy about, there was just a big beer festival in Denver. It's the 3rd largest beer festival west of the Mississippi. And a beer that I made won a medal, so I'm excited about that. I want to invite JJ up to play a song with me. He's a worker here at Dornan's, and he's going to play a little percussion on this song. This is a song I always liked, and I kind of fell in love with it when I heard an acoustic version of the person who wrote it played at a prison in Oregon. And no, but he's dead. Okay, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, better move this. Breeze was long hair gently down. It was the afternoon of carnival. As she brushes it gently down,
began when night finally woke. Like waves against the bandstand, dancers froze. And the carnival parade, looking out on the crowd that was standing there. Three Ruby glared and Reuben stared. She was dressed in pirouetting red and her hair hung gently down. The crowd pressed around Reuben, stood as though alone. And Reuben's song, it took on a different tone. And the strings played all alone. The song that he played was the carnival parade. Each note cut a thread in Therese's fate. And it cut her like a blade. Reuben was playing his painted mandolin when Ruby froze and turned to stone. And the strings played all alone. The voice of Therese on the painted mandolin, singing, Ruby, Ruby, tell me true, for I have no one but you. If you could see my heart, you would know it's true. There's no Therese except for you, except for you. I'd swear to it on my very soul. If I lie, may I fall down cold. The truth of love, and no song will tell. And the course of love must follow blind, without a look behind. Reuben walked the streets of New Orleans till dawn, with Therese's soul lightly in his arms, and her hair hung gently down. If you could see my heart, you would know it's true. There's none Therese except for you, except for you. I'd swear to it on my very soul. If I lie, may I fall down cold.
Nice shirt.
Will Gilson, along with JD. All right. Now we've got my co-hoot coming up. I first came across him up at Jenny Lake, and he was playing music around the campfire. And he was doing such a wonderful job of singing songs that I really liked. That I really wanted to play music with him someday, and it didn't happen all of a sudden, but we did get together eventually, and this is what happens when that gets to going around. Here we have all these people here, and we have Dick to perform for us tonight. This is Dick Barker.
Thank you. The first song I'm going to do tonight is an old sailing song. a ship that sailed all on the lowland sea. And the name of our ship was the Golden Vanity. We feared she would be taken by the Spanish enemy as we sailed in that low and lonesome low, sailed in the lowland sea. Then up stepped the cabin boy and boldly outspoke he. He said to our captain, "What would you give to me if I would swim alongside of that Spanish enemy and sink her in that low and lonesome low, sink her in the lowland sea?" I would give you silver, I would give you gold, and my own fairest daughter your bonny bride shall be, if you will swim alongside of that Spanish enemy and sink her in that low and lonesome low, sink her in that lowland sea. So the boy, he made him ready, overboard sprang he. He swam alongside of that Spanish enemy, and with his brace and auger in her sides he bored holes 3. They sunk her in that low and lonesome low, sunk her in the lowland sea. Then quickly he swam back to the cheering of the crew, but the captain would not heed him, his promise he did rue. He scorned his poor entreatings when loudly he did sue. He left him in that low and lonesome low, left him in the lowland sea. Then roundabout he turned, he swam to the port side. Up unto his messmates full bitterly he cried, "Oh, messmates, draw me up, I'm drifting with the tide. I'm sinking in the low and lonesome low, sinking in the lowland sea." So his messmates drew him up, but on deck he died. They stitched him in his hammock, which was fair and wide, and they lowered him overboard. He drifted with the tide. They left him in that low and lonesome low, left him in the lowland sea. probably wouldn't be able to sing these songs if Dr. Stan here hadn't a year or so ago put a roto-rooter down my throat, but thank you, I guess. Yes, I was having some throat problems and he cured me right up. This next song is one I first heard in the early 50s. It was sung by Singin' Sam Agins. Singin' Sam was my mentor in a lot of the songs I do. He used to travel around the western states, especially from Arizona up through Colorado, Wyoming, up into Montana, entertaining at the dude ranches, and he had a wonderful repertoire. This song was written by a lady in the Big Sur area of California, and I believe the music was put to it by a collector and folk singer by the name of Sam Eskin. And Sam, Singin' Sam, was one of the first people to learn this song. Sam was crippled. He had a birth defect, and he never said that this song was about him. But at the end of the evening around a campfire or in one of the living rooms of the guest ranches, when he would end with this song, tears were coming down everyone's face. This is called South Coast. Now the South Coast, the wild coast is lonely. You might win in a game at alone, but the lion still rules the barrancas, and the man there is always alone. My name is Juan Halo de Castro. My father's a Spanish grandee, but I won my wife in a card game. To hell with those lords or the sea. I sat in a game at alone. I played with a man there named Juan. After I'd won all his money, he bet me his young daughter Dawn. I picked up the ace, I had won her. My heart, which was down at my feet, jumped up to my throat in a hurry. Like a young summer's day, she was sweet. He opened the door to the kitchen. He called her name with a curse. He said, take her, oh take her, you've won her. She's yours now for better or worse. Oh, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game at alone, but the lion still rules the barrancas, and the man there is always alone. Her arms had to tighten around me as we rode up the hills from the south. Not a word did I hear from her that day, nor a kiss from her pretty red mouth. We came to my cabin at twilight. The stars twinkled out on the coast. She soon loved the valley, the orchards, but I knew she loved me the most. That was a gay, happy winter I carved on a cradle of pine by a fire in that neat little shanty. I sang with that gay wife of mine. Then I got hurt in a landslide with a crushed hip and a twice broken bone. She saddled our pony like lightning, rode off in the night for alone. A lion screamed in the barrancas, but bolted and fell on the slide. My young wife lay dead in the moonlight. My heart died that night with my bride. Oh, the South Coast is a wild coast and lonely. You might win in a game at alone, but the lion still rules the barrancas, and a man there is always alone. Thank you.
Dick Barker. All right, we got a trio. Only they've added somebody to it, but this trio, the group out on the porch out there. All right, we've got this trio. They came up here and they played a while, and they couldn't really have a name that fitted them very well, so they're the Anomalies, and along with them tonight is Ian Gersten. Here they are, the Anomalies.
How y'all doing?
It's bright up here.
How about that roadblock? Really? Oh man, I thought I was gonna pop a vessel up there. Finally got Chris back. He flunked out of school, poor guy.
Hey, Chris.
No, actually, Chris, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but he's a 4.0 student down at ISU. Go figure, huh?
Yeah.
We got a new guy playing with us tonight. His name's Ian Gersten. He's a percussionist, and he's just eat up with rhythm. We're going to play a song that I find pretty funny, having lived through the execution of a will. If you like Fargo, you might appreciate this song. It's called 60 Acres. Turn off the TV, sit down to dinner. Phone rang, we were saying grace. Grandma died, left us 60 acres, the last of the old home place. acres up on the Cap Rock. What am I supposed to do with that? Uncle Claude got a 8-wheel tractor, plow it under and nothing flat. And we could plant some maize, we could plant some cotton, plant some oats just to see if they grow. But I don't like farming, can't take the hours, don't like a life that goes so slow. Glory, glory, hallelujah, right back at you. Oh, hallelujah, don't look at me like there's something I shouldn't have said, just 'cause that old bird's dead. Glory, glory, hallelujah, right back at you. Oh, hallelujah, don't look at me like it's something I shouldn't have said, just 'cause that old bird's dead. My cousin Clifford, he got the good land right on the highway out by Air Base Road. Looks like a Walmart waiting to happen. I mean to tell you, it's a pot of gold. It's in the city limits, it's all commercial. City water and a sewer line. With the basic spending and consolidation, it's worth a fortune and it ought to be mine. Glory, glory, hallelujah, right back at you. Don't she look natural? Don't look at me like there's something growing out of my head, just 'cause that old bird's dead. Thank you. No, Dee Sherman, who's in the audience tonight, rode with me up here tonight. And I think she was frightened at the time the flagman said go.
Road rage.
Road rage, yeah. Good thing I had to have a gun, man. Sad. And this guy up in front of us jumped out and ran to the fence to take a leak by the elk refuge fence, and I was like, get in your car, man, come on. Georgian. Excuse me? Don't hesitate to participate.
That fence is electric.
Yeah, oh, here it is. Here's one I know you all heard before. We're not going to tell you what it is till we start playing it. You already told everybody. So much for the element of surprise. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama Pajama rolled out of bed, went down to the police station. When Papa found out, he began to shout and started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. Oh, what did Mama saw? It was against the law. Mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. Papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. A goodbye road. See, Queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the street. in a couple of days they're gonna take me away, but the press let the story leak. And when the radical priests come to give me relief, we's all on the cover of Newsweek. Well, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Whoa!
You know, those guys have got a bit of talent there. They're really good. Anomalies. All right. Now, this next fellow rides in on his horse. Now, you have to imagine that, but he comes in and plays this cowboy and Western songs. Here is Greg Keckler.
Thank you. I always get the tough acts to follow. I couldn't think of a gall darn thing to follow that up with, so the first thing that came to mind when I decided to give up on trying to outdo any of that wonderful profession. The first song I played up here to Hootenanny a couple of 3 summers ago or so was an old song by Sons of the Pioneers. I just did this not too long ago. I hope those that were here will forgive me. Okay. One of my favorite old cowboy songs, though, goes something like this. Be found drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind. Nowhere to go, but I'll find just where the trail will wind. Drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. I know one day it's gone. I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. I know one day it's gone, that a new world is born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along, deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. I'd like to get a couple of friends up here with me if I could to help out. Hank Phibbs and Patrick Toriani.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for them. These guys.
Damn hat again.
Yeah, I know. City kids just hate these hats, I'll tell you what. I'm about to beat him up with it. Brought these guys up to make me sound good on an old hymn that shouldn't need any introduction. We'll see if we can.
Greg. Greg Keckler. Now we get a change of pace here. This guy plays music that is indescribable. I have a hard time coming up with it, but it's awfully good. This is Wayne McKinney.
with Hank and Doug. Thanks. You can all come up with something. You can call me. It's no home on the range anymore, that's for sure. I think I'll cross the Great Divide. In my sleep, counting trouble, steady counting sheep. Where the years went, I can't say. Hey, I turn, now they've gone away. I've been a sifting through the layers, dusted books and those faded papers. Tell the story I used to know, but it happened such a long time ago. It's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on this mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide. Well, I heard that owl calling softly as that night was a-falling, with a question. Yes, I replied. Yes, I turned, he crossed the borderline. He's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on this old mountainside, where the rivers change direction across this Great Divide. Finest hour I've ever seen is that one I come between the edge of night, that break of day. Oh, that darkness gone away. It's gone away yesterday. Now I find myself on this mountainside, where the rivers change direction across the Great Divide, where the rivers change direction across this Great Divide. Thank you. Thanks, Dad. diamond bouquet on her chest. She's a big time woman, yeah, from way out west. She got a cozy home, automobile. You never see the woman alone. She's a big time woman with a big mink store. But I don't understand. Treat those men, it's hard to understand. Well, she keep on telling them the same old things all over again. Every fella got a winning smile. She treats them all like a child. She's a big time woman, yeah, from Jackson Hole. Yeah, here we go, man. Sparkling dress, diamond bouquet on her chest. She's a big time woman, yeah, from way out west. Yeah, she's a big time woman, way out west. Well, she's a big time woman with Teton chest. Thank you.
And for the summer, here is Eric Moore.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to be up here at this last Hoot at Dornan's before it moves to Snow King for the summer. I'm going to play a couple of love songs for you, albeit they're going to be in different styles from one another, but they are love songs. Let me tell you about my babe. She's the best one in town. And let me tell you about my sweet thing. She's the best one in town. She's got what it takes to keep her daddy coming around. She's sugar sweet. She's an incorruptible soul. My baby, sugar sweet. She's an incorruptible soul. She takes me in her arms just like another sheep in her fold. She's got that Midas touch. When I walk with her, I'm gold. And when we're apart, that's when I start to feeling so very old. She got a smile now, and it's about a mile wide. Baby got a smile, and it's about a mile wide. And all of these feelings, well, I just can't keep it inside. And here comes she's sugar sweet. When I walk with her, I'm gold. And when we're apart, that's when I start to feel feeling so very old. She got a smile now, and it's about a mile wide, wide, wide. Baby got a smile, and it's about a mile wide. And all of these feelings, well, I just can't keep it inside. One more time. She's sugar sweet. She's an incorruptible soul, soul, soul. Baby sugar sweet. She's an incorruptible soul. She takes me in her arms just like another sheep in her fold. In her arms just like another sheep in her fold. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is another love song of a different stripe, and this is also on the CD that I recorded last year. And this is called Silhouette. The light is falling from behind. Your lovely features are well defined. And the pride I see when your jaw is set shows me you're strong. And yet I know it's just our silhouette. And up to the starry night, your eyelashes curl. You are truly a beautiful girl, and we were made for each other. I'm willing to bet with no regrets. Lay my money on your silhouette. But a silhouette can't reveal the little things that your heart feels. So let's call ourselves a little tete-a-tete and shed the light on your silhouette. Though the lift on your lips is oh so sweet, I've got to admit the picture's incomplete, and I don't know what I am going to get when I stroke some color on your silhouette. Yes, and the light is is falling from behind. Your lovely features are well defined, and the pride that I see when your jaw is set shows me you're strong. And yet I know it's just our silhouette, just our silhouette, just our silhouette, just our silhouette. Thank you.
Eric Moore, talented fellow there, good music. All right, we have another performer here who is our Jackson Hole Poet Laureate. He tells it like it is. This is Bradley Parker.
Hello. I was, anyone read the paper today? Would that be wrong? Okay, well, I'll do that one. It kind of seems like it's wrong, I don't know. But I was inspired by the very types of articles that you read every day here in Jackson, especially during the summer months. This is the bear song. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. The grizzly bear is huge and wild. It has devoured an infant child. The infant child is so very unaware. He has been eaten by that grizzly bear. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no, no. Way out here where the antelope roam, another Winnebago, another motor home. Well, he's in my lane and he's in my parking zone. With his left blinker on, he turned right, and that is wrong. Oh no, no, no. Brain dead Sunday driver, your driving skills are just preposterous. Oh no, no, no. Psycho freeway killer, your driving skills will be the death of us, the death of us. Oh no. It's true. Well, I had my breakfast and the Daily News said so. The bear's 3 and the tourist 0. The man approached the bison, it crushed him to the ground. My money's on the buffalo in the next round. Oh no, no, no. Don't approach the bison. They're meaner than pit bulls on bad cocaine. Oh no, no, no. Don't approach the bison. This ain't no Disneyland, brother. Use your brain, are you insane? Oh no. And Mr. Smith had a brand new motorhome. He was driving through West Yellowstone. He spied a young grizzly, offered him PB&J. They buried him 6 feet deep the next day. Oh no, 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 don't feed the bears. Oh no, 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 don't feed the bears. The grizzly bear is huge and wild. It has devoured another infant tourist child, and the infant child is so very unaware. He has been eaten by that grizzly bear. Oh no, 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 don't feed the bears. Oh no, 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 don't feed the bears, but it makes a great video. Oh no, 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 don't feed the bears, but it makes a great Faces of Death video. It makes a real good family video. It's a silly song. Thank you. I am a buffalo? I've only played it the last 3 hootenannies in a row. Okay. You sure want to hear this song again?
Yeah. Riley, you are a buffalo.
Okay, I'm a buffalo. Well, that's easy. The other song was much harder. This is a much easier song because it has one of these capos. And I feel like I have a capo on my brain right now. That's a Dan Hicks song, but I do. I've had a migraine for a while, ever since my car broke down this morning. So this is a song about the plight of the buffaloes up in the park, and my normal introduction is I wrote this in Salt Lake City, so I wasn't able to really interview many buffaloes to find out what it was like, because there's no buffaloes in Salt Lake City. So I just kind of pretended and drank a glass of wine. I didn't do any hard drugs. I wasn't on acid or any of that crazy, kooky, hippie stuff, you know. But this is called I Am a Buffalo. Buffalo. I graze on tall golden grass, just like those bison under big sky yesteryears. Back then the native men worshipped round fires. Hey yeah, rituals for bison. They only killed us for their needs. Hey man, my future sucks, it's all.
You know, then I've got a bunch of my crazy old square dance buddies over here, you know. I'm one of these square dance nuts that really enjoys that crazy thing for old farts like us, you know, but I like some of them stand up. They've been supporters from day one. Warren, Betty, all you guys. It's been really neat to have you out there, you know. And, you know, I don't, you know, there's 1,000 things I'd like to say, but, you know, it's, you sort of get, you know, your thoughts go this way and that way, but it's been a wonderful thing up here to have this, and, you know, it's, I say, the thing I think it's, you know, it's got too damn popular for its own good around here as far as, you know, us has created problems here. We won't go into that, but I wish them a good luck this summer, and I hope to Christ they can come back up here this fall again sometime and do it again. We got a pretty neat setting around here, and we've had some wonderful musicians through the years here. it's been a wonderful experience for me and personally, because I'm getting a little damn sentimental now. I shouldn't do that. But I like this acoustic music, and I will brag on one thing on Dornan's here. We've been, over the years, we've been one of the instigators of trying to really push acoustical music for all kinds of artists that come through here. We sponsor a lot of concerts in here, and and we try and push it, and it's been a great thing for us, and I think a great thing for music. And I want to thank all you folks that come out here and support it, and support it year-round. You got a lot of summer people here, which we're supposed to have. That's great. But it's wonderful for you folks that come out here and support this type of music, and just keep it up. And it's been a wonderful experience, and I hope we can continue it on this fall. And I hope they don't get too goddamn popular down in Jackson. There's one back here this fall. But thank you guys again. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. I'm pretty sure we'll be back up here again. And let's also take a break here. We'll see you back here in 10 or 15 minutes.
All right, if everyone can take your seats, we'll get started with the second round. If everyone can kind of settle down. Unfortunately, this will be the last round of the Hootenannies up here at Dornan's unless we come back next fall. What we do is go in the same order. Normally, on a 4-hour night, we would end up having a second round of 2 songs, but we're really running long on time tonight, so this will be 1 song from each performer, and it'll be in the same order, as I said. If some of you didn't get in at the start of the show at 7 o'clock, welcome. Next week, next Monday night, we will be at the Snow King Center. That's the ice rink building. And there's a room off to the side they call the Lodge Room. That's where we'll be. You needn't come in really early. There's lots of room there. The door will open at 6 o'clock. They will have a bar set up. It's minimum age of 18. They will have food. They'll be serving probably up until around 9 o'clock. We will run the Hootenanny just like it's been going on here for the last 5 years. We will be asking in there the same 2 things. Please, no smoking in here for the rest of the evening, and hope that everyone in Jackson will also join in that little tradition of not talking while the performers are on the stage. So if you go in there, and we hope you do, and you hear some rowdies coming in who aren't used to our Hootenanny, why, just knock them out. Anyway, we're going to start once again. Here's my co-hoot, Bill Briggs.
It is getting into summertime, climbing season and whatnot. Had a wonderful stint of guiding for Exum up here, and some wonderful people to work with. One of them's here tonight. He's an outstanding guide, outstanding person, and he's a great photographer. You'll see a lot of his work on the Disney Channel and PBS. Anyway, Jeff Foote back here. Stand up, Jeff. Gotta sing him a song. This is a song for us, Jeff. I'm one of the has-beens, a climber I've been. I used to be first rate and I used to climb clean. I could tackle the toughest, I could show you just how. But you may not believe it, 'cause I can't do it now. I am awkward as a new boy and I'm used to the frown. Young climbers show me as I'm slowing down. Salt and Ponell, Corbett and Unsold and the great Robbins Royal. I've gone up the Tetons with the best they could find, and there was not one among them who could leave me behind. But now I'm awkward as a new boy, used to the frown. Young climbers show me as I'm slowing down. Say die. Though my days of great climbing have all passed me by, I'll take the climbs easy, go slowly and clean. And I merely have told you just what I have been, but now I'm awkward as a new boy and I'm used to the frown. Young climbers show me as I'm slowing down.
A legend in his own time. Bill was the first person to ski the Grand Teton. All right, once more. This is, as I said before, this is his fourth time with us. He's from Yosemite. Please welcome back Bob Casper.
I'd like to thank Dick and Bill for organizing this over the years. Even though I've been here just a few times, I can see that this has been a very worthwhile thing to do. It takes not just a small amount of effort. There's a tune by Tom T. Hall, who, in my opinion, wrote some of the worst music ever. But he wrote some good stuff too, and sometimes mixed in with it a little bit of one of my tunes called Delusions of Adequacy. I'm the guy who didn't marry pretty Pamela Brown. Educated probably be driving kids to school. And you know I would all Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and you know I would all Pamela Brown. I've seen the lights in cities, and I've been inside their doors, sailed to foreign countries, walked upon their shores. I guess the guy she married was the best part of my life. She dug him as he drove a pickup truck, and you know I would all the Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and you know I would all the Pamela Brown. Now I don't have to tell you just how beautiful she was. Everything it takes to get a guy like me in love. And I hope she's happy, 'cause she sure deserves to be, especially for all she's done for me. And you know I would all the Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and you know I would all the Pamela Brown. And you know I would all the Pamela Brown. All of my good times, all my roaming around. One of these days I might be in your town, and you know I would all the Pamela Brown.
Oh, Bob's an old climber from out there in Yosemite. He's just been up in the Sentinel, which Jeff has climbed. You climbed the Sentinel, haven't you? Anyway, used to hang out there, spring and fall out in Yosemite. Great space. All right, moving on here. We've got the guy with the big voice. Does a wonderful job, guitar and vocals. Patrick Troiani.
Thank you very much. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Do what you gotta do, John. Okay, I would like you to, I guess for the final time with me in this room for a long time, welcome John Cook, Hank Phibbs, and Doug Woody. On the fiddle-in. I don't know, what do you call it? You play fiddle, violin, right? Fiddle-in, okay. Anyway, I'd like to end this segment of Dornan's history with an old song that I don't even know who wrote, but it's a pretty
Anonymous.
song. I guess. Somebody had to write it though, right? Maybe not. I'll take credit for it. This is called The Water Is Wide.
The water is wide, I can't cross over, and near it these wings to fly, give me a boat that could carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. Now love is gentle, yes, love is so kind, the sweetest flower when first it's new, but love grows old and it waxes cold, and she fades away like morning. There is a ship that she sails to sea. Oh, she's loaded so deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not I shall sink or swim. Water is wide, I cannot cross over, and near and I, those wings to fly, give me a boat that could carry two, and both shall row, my love and I, and both shall row, my love and John Cook.
Hank Phibbs and Doug Woody. Thank you all for this 5 years of a great experience out here.
Patrick Trowning. All right, we've got this gal that was here for the first time tonight. Did a wonderful job. Big guitar, boy. Lena Marquis.
Well, the audience and I have something in common. We just met Chris. He's from Wyoming. I'm from Maine. We've never played together before. So the song's called...
It's in G, right?
It's in G. It's called The Rock. A little blues tune. When you wake up in the morning and you wonder why no one is beside you where I usually lay, and if you think you hear the sound of thunder, it's just your old rock.
That's the
and
bass
I'm
line.
rolling with it. You're right. I was your rock standing strong for you. There was nothing I wouldn't do. No matter the cost, I was ready to pay. Now you say I'm only holding you down like some rock you've been dragging around. Yes, I'm your rock, and I'm rolling away. I'm rolling away on a downhill grade, but I'm coming to rest like a mountain of love someday. For I finally understand, if you're resting on shifting sand, even a rock goes rolling away. I was a rock standing strong for you. There was nothing I wouldn't do. No matter the cost, I was ready to pay. Now you say I'm only holding you down like some old rock you've been dragging around. Yes, I'm your rock, and I'm rolling away, rolling away, rolling away. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Lena Marquis. All right, moving on here. We get our guy that comes up and plays a lot with these guys. He's a wonderful accompanist. I love playing music with him. This is John Cook.
I'm going to do a lullaby here. Don't go to sleep, there's more people to come. Just kind of a goodbye to this room for a while.
climbing, all but the nightingale. Moon will soon be climbing in the purple sky. Night wind sorta humming this tender lullaby. Cares of the day have fled, my little sleepy head. The stars are in the sky. Time that your prayers were said, my little sleepy head, to a prairie lullaby. Saddle up your pony, the Sandman's here to guide you down the trail of dreams. Tumble in bed, my child, little old sleepy head, to a prairie lullaby. The odelay, odelay, lay odelay, lay odelay, odelay. Cares of the day have fled, my little sleepy head. The stars are in the sky. Time that your prayers were said, my little sleepy head, to a prairie lullaby. Saddle up your pony, the Sandman's here, guide you down the trail of dreams. Tumble in bed, my child, little old sleepy head, to a prairie lullaby. Saddle up your pony, the Sandman's here, guide you down the trail of dreams. Tumble in bed, my child, little old sleepy head, to a prairie lullaby. The odelay, odelay, dee, lay odelay, dee, olay, dee, olay, dee, idee, olay.
John Cook. Always good stuff coming from that boy. Always good stuff coming from this group, too. This is the Buffalo Grass.
You want to be in the middle?
I guess I get to do one, don't I? Karen and I are from Tennessee, and on our road we have 3 banjo players, 2 guitar players, 2 bass players, and sundry other musicians. And this is the kind of music that they do.
When you go walking after midnight around that wrong side of town, walk down any street, many lost souls to me whose lives are broken like mine. There are many souls wandering out in darkness, whose place in life they cannot find, wandering so aimless and hopelessly, whose lives are broken like mine. When you go walking after midnight around that wrong side of town, walk down any street, many lost souls to me whose lives are broken like mine. Thank God you got a home to go to and a woman to love to keep you warm. You want to find the stars in the honky tonks and bars. Go home to your loving woman's arms. When you go walking after midnight around the wrong side of town, walk down any street that you lost souls to me whose lives are broken like mine. When you go walking after midnight around that wrong side of town, walk down any street, be lost souls to me whose lives are broken like mine.
All right, that's the real stuff. All right. Buffalo Grass. All right. Now we have our folk singer. Loves to do that kind of music and rhythm guitar. It's very not well done. This is Will Gilson.
Ah, yeah, get some free picks here. I like this. Come see me later. I don't use a pick, so I save them up. I sell them back to the guys when get drink tickets for it. Well, you know my parents are here, so this one's for Mom and Dad. So hope you sing along too. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston. That was awful. You're gonna have to sing louder next time. Because I know I can sing louder than you are. So. I hear sounds of laughter everywhere while the dancers swaying to and fro. I must declare that my heart is there, though I feel
but I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Down the market you can hear them cry. Ladies while on their heads they bear rice, salt, fish are nice, and the rum, it's fine any time of year. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, I had to turn around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Last chance. Sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston.
Bill. Bill Gilson, lots of fun to play along with him. I can resist only some things. I can resist anything but temptation. All right, here is my co-hoot here, Dick Barker.
I hate to leave this venue here without Jack Hyler being back. And it'll be a couple of weeks before he's back, but I'm sure that one of the first places he's going to go is to the new location of the Hootenanny, and we look forward to it. Jack is amazing. You know, he started coming up here, and then he set a goal for himself and said that he was going to do 200 songs before he ever repeated one, and he did that. And I don't know, he's up around 260 some songs. I don't know, the rest of us, in 5.25 years I've done something like 160 some songs, and you know, a lot of them over and over and over, which leads me up to this next song, because it's maybe the one that I've done the most or close to it. This one is kind of a funny song, and I had a request for it, and I don't get many requests, so at home it's please close the door behind you, and but anyway. Well, Scotsmen clad in kilts left the bar one evening fair, and one could tell by how he walked he'd drunk more than his share. He stumbled on until he could no longer keep his feet, and staggered off into the grass to sleep beside the street. And later on, two young and lovely girls just happened by, and one says to the other with a twinkle in her eye, "See yon sleeping Scotsman, so young and a handsome a built, I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath their kilts." Well, they crept up to the sleeping Scotsman as quiet as could be, lifted his kilt above his waist to see what they could see. And there, behold, for them to view beneath the Scottish skirt was nothing but what God had graced him with upon his birth. Well, they marveled for a moment, then one says, "We'd best be gone. Let's leave a present for our friend before we move along." So as a gift they tied a blue silk ribbon in a bow around the bonny star of this kilt-lifting show. Next morning he woke to nature's call, and he stumbled toward the trees. Behind a bush he lifts his kilt and gawks at what he sees. Then in a startled voice he says to what's before his eyes, "My friend, I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize." I don't know where you've been, but I see you won first prize. Thank you.
Sentimental ditty by Dick Barker. Well, we got this trio, and I'm not sure whether they have their drummer with them. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, it's the Anomalies.
I don't know this one. They're gonna stay there? Okay.
I think it is.
No. Do we have enough room?
Yep. See, we got Jack and Will helping us out here. We got enough room up here.
I'm fine. I'll stand down here.
Cheat sheet.
I got mine.
What is this thing anyway, Chris? What you got in there?
It keeps me from wearing the varnish off my base.
We're all dying to know, man.
Gearhead, aren't you? Gearhead. Am I a gearhead? I'm asking my wife. Am I a gearhead? Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's a gearhead.
I got too many shoes.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. She had a dream, and boy, it was a good one. So she chased her dream with much desire. When she got too close to her expectation, well, the dream burned up like paper and fire. Like paper and fire, sticking up the ashtray. Paper and fire, smoking up the alleyway. Who's to say the way a man should spend his day? Should he let him smolder like paper and fire? He wanted love with no involvement, and so he chased the wind. That's all his silly life required. And the days of vanity went on forever. And he saw his days burn up like paper and pie. Like paper There's a good life right across these green fields, and each generation stares at it from afar. But we keep no check on our appetites, and the green fields turn to brown like paper and fire, like paper and fire, sticking up an ashtray, paper and fire, blowing down an alleyway. Who's to save away a man to spend his day? Really let him smolder like paper and fire, oh, like paper and fire, sticking up an ashtray, paper and fire, blowing down the alleyway. Who's to save away a man to spend his day? Should he let him smolder like paper and fire? Paper and fire. Thank you.
Oh my. Wow. Now, did you ever expect that sort of thing here? Yeah, amazing. All right, now let's get this guy back on his horse again. Here's Greg Keckler.
I too had a request. What's so funny about that? Has everybody said that? I heard Dick say that. Being not nearly as good as Dick, I too don't get very many requests. And this did, like John Cook said, this does seem fitting for the last night at Dornan's for a while. This goes out to my little buckaroo, Jack Elliott. Close your sleepy eyes, my little buckaroo, while the light from western sky shines down on you. It's time to rest, another day is through, so go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Close your eyes, my little buckaroo. It's time to rest, another day is through, so go to sleep, my little buckaroo. The mighty oak tree from a little acorn grew, and Buffalo Bill, he was once a kid like you. Soon you'll ride the range like the grown-up cowboys do. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo. Good night, good night. Close your eyes, my little buckaroo. It's time to sleep, my little buckaroo. So close your eyes, my little buckaroo. Good night, good night. Close your eyes, my little buckaroo. Soon you'll ride the range like the grown-up cowboys do. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo.
Oh, putting us all to sleep. Greg Keckler. All right, this will wake you up. There's Wayne McKinney.
I had a sweetheart in my younger days. Thought she'd leave me never. Ah, but some things go and leave no trace. This road goes on forever. I've had good friends in my life and my time. Round me you have all gathered, and without you, you know, I surely would die. This road goes on forever. When I fell from the arms of my lover, when I fell from those arms of the Lord, and as I fell deep in my peaceful sleep, highway is all I saw. Sometimes when I'm standing still, hits me like a shiver. Well, there ain't no mansion on no hill. This road just goes on forever. When I fell from the arms of my lover, when I fell from the arms of the Lord, and as I fell deep in my fistful sleep, highway's all I saw. Sometimes when I'm standing still, hits me like a shiver. There ain't no mansion on no hill. This road goes on forever. This road goes on forever. This road goes on forever. Thank you, it's been fun. Thank you.
Wayne McKinney. All right, back around to our graduate of the Teton Science Music School, Eric Moore.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, if I were one to pause and reflect about the Hootenanny, because this is kind of an occasion night, the essence of the Hootenanny to me has always been songs that most people know, older songs, and sharing those. And so I've always looked forward to working up some older tunes that are in the American collective subconscious. And this is one of them. This is an old Duke Ellington tune. This is called Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Missed the Saturday dance. I heard the crowd at the floor. I couldn't bear it without you. Don't get around much anymore. I thought I'd visit a club. I got as far as the door, but they'd have asked me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Well now, darling, I guess that my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? I've been invited on dates. I could have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Well now, darling, I guess that my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, why stir up memories? I've been invited on dates I could have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. I've been invited on dates I could have gone, but what for? It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Don't get around much anymore. It's awfully different without you. Don't get around much anymore. Thank you.
That was Eric Moore. We have our last performer. This is the fellow who writes a lot of his own material. He, actually, this is his 72nd time up here at the Hootenanny. Bradley Parker.
I feel like this is my, almost feels like this is my 73rd time here. But it almost feels like 73rd time. So I was thinking, since Will did a little sing-along, like we should do another sing-along, because that's what the Hootenanny's about. It's about sing-along folk music. This is a song by Dory Previn, and I'm not sure if I'm going to remember how it goes. I didn't practice it at all. But anyhow, this song's, I had a little car trouble today. It was bad. My car kind of made this sound that went like that, and then it was over. So this is a song called Doing It Alone, Doing It Alone, Screaming in Your Car in a 20-mile zone. And that's basically your verse. So everyone tries it, you know, and you go, and we were doing it alone, screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone, you were screaming. That's pretty much it. If you can't handle that, don't drive home. Oh, the other thing I was wondering about is if everyone next week at the Hootenanny could bring their ice skates. And so we're gonna do a little pickup game, at the break do maybe hockey, and I want Bill and Dick to be on my team. So it's just something we could do, you know, make it fun. Well, I was driving in my car, screaming at the dark, screaming at the night, screaming of fright. I wasn't doing nothing, I was just driving about, screaming in the dark, letting it out. That's all I was doing, just letting it out. Along came a motorcycle, very much to my surprise. I said, "Officer, was I speeding?" I couldn't see his eyes. He said, "No, you weren't speeding," and he felt where his gun was hung. He said, "Mister, you were screaming at the top of your lungs, and you were doing it alone, screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone, you were screaming, everybody, you were doing it alone, screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it it alone, you were doing it alone, you were screaming. I said, animals roar when they feel like, why can't we do that too? Instead of screaming, banzai baby, in the war, in the human zoo. I said, I'll roll up all my windows, I don't want to disturb the peace. I'm just the fella who is looking for a little release. You know, what's wrong with screaming? Don't we do it at the games? When the quarterback breaks an elbow, when the boxer beats and memes. But you were doing it alone, screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone, you were screaming one more time. And you were doing it alone, screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone, you were screaming. He said, I've got to take you in now, follow me right behind, and let's have no more screaming like you're out of your mind. And he climbed aboard his cycle, and his red-eye headlight beamed, and his engine started spinning, and his siren screamed, and he was doing it alone, screaming in his car in a 20-mile zone. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone, he was screaming. Now you gotta start doing this fast, you know? He was doing it alone, screaming in his car in a 20-mile zone. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone, he was screaming faster. And he was doing it alone, screaming in his car in a 20-mile zone. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone, he was screaming faster, faster, faster. Doing it alone, screaming in his car in a 20-mile zone. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone, he was screaming. He was doing it alone, screaming in his car in a 20-mile zone. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone, he was screaming. And we were doing it alone, screaming in a car in a 20-mile zone. We were doing it alone, doing it together alone in a 20-mile zone.
That was Bradley Parker. Over the past almost 5.5 years, we've had a lot of really wonderful entertainers here, and you've heard quite a few of them here tonight. It's been really quite something that these people come up here week after week and perform here. They get paid 2 free drinks, and so it's been really nice. This has been such a wonderful crowd here at the Hootenanny over the years, and so for the entertainers, this is a wonderful place to play. I'd like to mention just a few of the kind of well-known people who have stopped by here. Of course, we've had some of our local groups, Loose Ties, Cow Patsy's, Prairie Moon, Bar T5, Stagecoach Band, Judith Edelman with Matt Flinner and Ben Winship have played here several times. We've also had Millen and Kenzie have been here. Chuck Pyle has played here at the Hootenanny. Sometimes he comes up a day early or so before he gives a concert. Hot Club of Cowtown. They're a great group. Mike Dowling from over in Du Bois, originally from Nashville area, has played here a number of times. Bill Danoff, Grammy winner. He's written a number of the songs that John Denver did. But most memorable, perhaps, of all the people who stopped by is John Denver's played here twice. And in fact, the second time he was here, he actually premiered a song that he had written for Marty Meary right here on the stage. Very moving evening. We've had Jim Sailstrom of the Flying Jimbos or something like that, I believe. But Peter Schickley has played here, P.D. Kubach. Bill Mize, a Windham Hill recording artist, a fine guitarist. Tony Furtado, Tom May, who has the River City Folk show on public radio. A number of other well-known, some regional and some national people have stopped by here. So this has been a really nice go here at Dornan's. We look forward to perhaps being able to be back this fall, and we hope that everyone will join us next week and through the summer at our new location at the Snow King Center. That's the big ice rink building, the room off to the side. And we'll be starting, opening the doors at 6 o'clock. The shows will once again be from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Basically the same format as you've seen here tonight. Thank you all for coming and for making, for all of us, this 5.5 years memorable for us all. Good night.